As the ritual reached its climax, the music box began to tremble violently. Strange sounds from within the box grew louder, as if Lily was trying to break free. Sunny and Luke combined their strength, pouring all their faith and power into the ritual. Then, a blinding light emanated from the gem, enveloping the entire room. When the light faded, the room returned to silence. The music box no longer made any sound. Sunny opened the lid and found an empty space inside. No vinyl, nothing at all. Lily had been freed. She appeared as a faint silhouette, smiling and thanking Sunny and Luke for rescuing her. "Thank you both. I am free now. I will forever be grateful to you," Lily said, her voice soft and more serene than ever before. With those words, Lily slowly vanished into the dim light of the moon, leaving behind a calm and peaceful atmosphere. Sunny and Luke felt their hearts lighten with relief. They had succeeded in freeing the soul that had been trapped for over 80 years. Just when it seemed everything was over, Sunny suddenly felt a sharp pain in her chest. She turned and saw Luke holding the gem, his eyes gleaming with greed. "Thank you for helping me find this gem," he said coldly. "Now, it's mine." Sunny was stunned by Luke's chilling words. She couldn't believe that the companion who had been so sincere over the past days was betraying her. Her vision began to blur from the pain in her chest, where Luke's knife had pierced through. She staggered backward, struggling to stay on her feet, but her legs could no longer hold her. "Why?" Sunny whispered weakly. Luke smirked, a cruel and mocking smile. "Sunny, did you know that not just anyone could find this gem? You were the only one who could because you carry the bloodline of the gem's last protector, someone who swore to keep it hidden from evil hands like mine." Sunny fought to keep herself conscious, despite the growing weakness. "The last protector?" she repeated, her eyes wide, trying to grasp more of what he was saying. Luke nodded, his eyes gleaming in the dim light. "Yes. Your ancestors hid this gem from an evil sorcerer, but they didn't just hide it in a secret place. They placed a curse that only their descendant, someone with the essence of purity and courage, could find the gem. That was you, Sunny. You were the only one who could decipher the signs and find it. The moment I saw you in the antique shop, I knew right away you were the one I had been searching for all this time." Sunny's heart shattered. Not only had she been betrayed by her companion, but she had also been used because of her own bloodline. So, from the very beginning, it was all just a game to you. She sighed, feeling her strength slipping away. "And Lily, everything that happened to her, was that all because of you too?" Luke grinned wickedly, his eyes gleaming with greed as they focused on the gem in his hand. "You were too naive, Sunny. If you want to know, I'll tell you. Lily was indeed one of the protectors of the gem, but we captured her and imprisoned her soul in that box. We used hypnotic magic to turn her into a puppet, only serving and obeying us. Everything that happened after that, well, I'm sure you understand by now. It was all a mix of truth and lies to lure you to this village. And I must thank you, Sunny. Because of you, her soul is now finally at peace. You don't realize that the power of this gem belongs to the strongest, do you? I've been waiting for this opportunity for so long. You did well, but this world isn't meant for the weak and naive. Power belongs to those who are strong and ruthless." Luke laughed triumphantly, his eyes devoid of any compassion as he looked down at Sunny with the gaze of a victor. Sunny tried to raise her hand, but her body no longer obeyed her. The gem she had worked so hard to find, with the hope of bringing peace and release to Lily's soul, now lay in the hands of someone filled with ambition and malice. "No, this can't be," she whispered, before collapsing to the ground. As Sunny lay there, her breath growing weaker, she heard Luke's maniacal laughter echoing in the room. "Let me tell you one more story," he said, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "Long ago, in this village, there was an evil sorcerer who sought this gem. To obtain it, he slaughtered every villager, leaving no one alive. Blood flowed through the streets, and the screams of terror echoed everywhere. Yet still, he couldn't find the gem. And then, as is inevitable, no one can escape death. Before he died, the sorcerer left a curse that his descendants would continue to seek the gem and finish what he couldn't." Sunny was horrified as she listened to his words, realizing that the villagers now, including the old man who had helped her when she first arrived, were all descendants of that evil sorcerer. "We have waited many years," Luke continued, "and now, I will complete the task of my ancestors." It seemed everything had come to an end. In her final moments, Sunny sensed a dark power radiating from the gem, engulfing Luke. His eyes glowed even brighter, as though he was becoming the embodiment of that ancient sorcerer. A dark light enveloped the entire village, and Luke's malicious laughter echoed everywhere. The village fell into ruin, and in the darkness, the anguished cries of the cursed souls echoed endlessly. The gem now belonged to Luke, and with it, destruction and horror would continue to spread, never to end.